first one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a mansion. Plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. They can't take it to 10. Hey.
Well, Coach, the calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Jacksonville Jaguars. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The football, and the Jags grab it. So they take over not only in enemy territory, but in the red zone at the 16-yard line.
To put it mildly, that is not the way anyone wants to start off a game. You fumble on your first offensive snap. But now what you're worried about is, does that linger throughout the game for your guys on offense? And how's the defense going to handle it? Because no one expects to run out on the field on the first play and have to all of a sudden start to play themselves.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check 50.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
Ready. 36. X3. 218. Chop. Hey, foxtrot.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. And it is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch safety. Safety's great.
A shotgun snap for Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 50-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Check 9, check 9.
From the 50, it's Watson. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars will take over at their 20-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Hey, Sam off.
3 down.
Like, 2.
Now it's Carson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Got it.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
Ready?
Minshew throwing on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11.
And he coughed it up. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
3 down. Check 3.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Yeah, and that was a safety that came through and made the play. But there's no doubt in my mind, he hits like a linebacker. And we see a lot of that in today's NFL, don't we?
And that time we do indeed. A big hit for a loss. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go!
Hey, 4-1's Mike. 4-1's Mike.
Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Mike 41.
Hey, Alpha.
Rip right. Rip right.
Say go.
On 2nd down, Minshew. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're probably lucky to only be down 7-0 as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, D-back, let's go. Pick it up, D. Check nickel. Let's go.
After the interception, here's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He's going to air one out. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And he will not throw it away. He goes out of bounds, well shy of the line of scrimmage, so that's a sack. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. Here's Britton Colquitt now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll take it at the 42. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A pretty good-looking run there on 1st down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing on 2nd down now, Minshew. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to end up with a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
Looking to throw it, Minshew. And that is incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a 1st down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Josh Allen picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Kill. 31.
Third and long, it's Watson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Watson. Well, he's going to have the hook up to QT. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Switch it. 54.
Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. And a catch made by Hopkins. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston 1st down.
A gain of 14. 1st down.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Go.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Watson on 1st down. And a throw right sideline is complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. He got 29 yards that time. Watson and the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Watson operating from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jordan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the 1st half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even 1st half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. 41's the mic. 41's the mic. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming, baby.
From the gun, Minshew to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Minshew sets to throw. They'll run the screen with Carson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run it now out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Minshew for the catch made by Johnson. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
On the ready. 41's the mic. Check 41. Hey, pick your game up. Kill. 6-6, bullet high. Buzz. 41 Mike. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike 41. It's our field. Ready to go. Ready.
Throwing on first down is Minshew. And connecting here with DJ Sharp. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now a timeout called with 3 seconds to go. And, of course, they're in field goal range in the final seconds of this first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And this one is right down the middle. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. So 3rd and long. Here's Minshew. This one into the hands of Hurd. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55.
Hey, Delta.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. A gutsy call, fourth and short. They go for it. Look at the result.
Yeah, not only did they go for it, they threw for it, because to me it was stacked up for a run situation, strength on strength, and they decided to put the ball in the air, and what a result. Big-time play.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again is Watson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going for it. It's Watson. Buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Not sure I agree with the decision to go for it, but I definitely agree with his decision to run it. He picked up that big first down. I think he let his head coach off the hook.
That's what I was just going to say. If there's anybody more happy than the quarterback picking it up, it's the coach that saw him pick it up.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds.
44's the Mike. 44's the Mike. Coming. 24. Alert 3. Alert 3. Alert. 44's the Mike.
From the 44, Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
On first down, it's Watson. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
This is Carson. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check 24, check 24. Shoot. Kill.
Now a handoff here to his running back. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll have a short field to work with inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They go back to Grant. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The extra point up and good, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive.
General West.
2nd and 9 at the 18-yard line.
You must be getting tired.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now. Motion. Hey, Wahoo.
Check right. Watch 55. Drop deep.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
They'll try to throw for it with Minshew. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's our time.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It's a good pickup on the ground of 7 yards, and time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal?
Take it. Hey, we got to
They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Corey Grant, his second touchdown on the season. And the Texans have retaken the lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Ready.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10.
Watch that in, cut his right.
Get it ready.
On second and 10, it's Minshew. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off around the 27. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Check.
On first down, it's Grant. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go. 44.
Watson now to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Motion. 44 is the mic. 44 is the mic. Check. 59. Stop getting that 59. Again to clear you up.
A shotgun snap for Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. Grant. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll try to run this one in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Corey Grant, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. The extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
Check 6 guys. Recon, 132 fighter. Let's go.
On 2nd down, Minshew. He's got his man on the crossing route. A big 3rd down play there for the Jags. 45 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game.
Hey, check right.
Minshew, 1st and 10. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 22. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. Jalen Hurd, the intended receiver.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
After the interception, here's Watson, forced out to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the... And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Lonnie Johnson picks it. And they'll have it just 5 yards away from pay dirt here, 1st and goal. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Flushed. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. No problem there on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
30 base. Two-jet bomber. Two-jet bomber.
At the 23-yard line.
41 Mike. Ray, exit.
Second and 5 now. Minshew. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
First and 10 at the 39-yard
Hold
line.
it. Let's go. 41. Get it.
Now Minshew on first and 10. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On the set.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on second and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Third down and 11.
Minshew throwing on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. On fourth down, Minshew. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. But no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. Looking to throw again on second down. Minshew. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Intended for Jalen Hurd. Incomplete. Brings up third down.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3.
Hey, Foxtrot. Check right. Watching you find. Be careful.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up fourth down.